Welcome back everybody to another episode of Enderal with Wacko Jawlard. And this is the next day, the next morning, or following morning, because yesterday I just messed around and done some shopping and selling and making potions and got some spells and whatever. She's taking a break. So now I'm going to go and see Grandmaster A.
Well met.
Oh, not a nice day. Could be a foreboding.
This is too dangerous, whatever they want here. If we send spies and they get caught, Nerim will see this as a provocation.
Poor people. All they did was invade a foreign country, and look how ruthless we are, sending spies in order to find out why they're here. We should be ashamed.
Save the sarcasm. We both know what I mean. You know my opinion, Teela.
I will consider it. You come at the right time, Prophet. Commander, explain the situation.
Of course, Grandmaster. Yesterday, we received word from one of our outposts in Duneville. One of the fishermen there saw warships anchoring on an island some miles from shore. And they bear the Nerimese flag.
We have already sent scouts to confirm this, and it is true. The Nerimese have invaded our land.
But why should they do this? Don't they realise it's an act of war?
We have a suspicion. I suppose you know that the civil war in Nerim has ended 2 months ago. And who won it?
Dunno.
The combined forces of the Northern and the Middle Realm, led by Taranor Korek of Kabait. The Southern rebels and the remnants of the Creator's Temple have been destroyed, once and for all. Now Nerim has been united under the banner of the Free People of Nerim, how they like to call themselves, and this could be the reason for these warships.
Having just ended a war, why should Nerim risk another one?
Because of this Korek.
It is said that he helped Narthzul Aranthiel shortly before the Lightborn were slain. And while before that, he was an opportunist who changed his ideals as often as his underpants. It seems that his crusade with Narthzul converted him, so to speak. He has become a declared enemy of religion.
He also thinks of the death of the gods as the first step of many. And now he sees it his task to rid Vin of religion once and for all. Free the world from the scourge of faith. These are his words.
Though it is worth mentioning that his understanding of freeing includes mass executions and the burning down of temples. He's a fanatic. And worse, his men worship him for it. What he wants is to found a new world, and his free people of Nerim are supposed to be vanguard of it.
A world free of religious thinking, isn't this what this order stood for once?
Well, with the small but subtle difference that it was Narazul's vision to restore the human right of self-determination, and not to obliterate every kind of superstition or spirituality.
It is plain stupid to believe a way of thinking can be beaten out of someone's head with just enough violence. The only thing that does is radicalize. Though a world without religion would be a better one, that's without doubt.
Nonsense. The people need a higher power that guides them. You can see what chaos the death of the Lightborn brought on the world, and without your orders doing, all this would never have happened.
Of course. Where were we? Not much. Or...
Whoops.
Yes, there is. He's a narcissist. I was surprised to hear that the banners of his free people are ornamented with a picture of his and an inscription saying, "Praise me."
Just because the Enderalians still believe in gods, you suspect Korek came here.
Correct.
What Korek doesn't understand is that we're doing this to prevent a crisis.
Maybe Korek might help us fight if we explain our motivations to him.
That is the problem. Pigast?
We believe that Korek already knows about the cycle and the cleansing. And that he, how should I put it, wants it to happen.
Well, he wants it to happen. Why would he want the extinction of life to happen?
Well, I know how strange this sounds, but in a way it makes sense. For him, Enderal as the home of the Holy Order is the epitome of ignorance and stagnation. And we suppose he even knows that we are fighting these High Ones. But in his eyes, everything a paragon of the old order tries to prevent from happening must be something good. Maybe he even sees the High Ones as prophets of his new era. Who knows? Fanatics are unpredictable.
Now look at that.
Right now,
It's
this
the
is
prodigy.
only an assumption, but we have to know.
So we need to go and spy on the new movies, you reckon?
Yes. Do you know what a silver plate is?
Oh no, Grandmaster A, please enlighten me.
They are relics from Arctwend. What makes them unique is their power to transfer sound. Every plate has a counterpart, and if someone standing near one plate says something, the one standing near the other one hears it too. Our plan is to place 2 of the plates in their camp. That way we can sound them out without risk.
And I suppose you want me to go and sneak into that camp and put those plates in, or that plate in.
You, Firespark, and the mercenary, Dalvarek. However, you cannot travel to the island by ship. That would be too conspicuous.
We found out that the Pyreans had some kind of underground transporting system. Undertrains, that's what they called them. These trains connected the most important regions of the realm with each other, and thus probably also the temple on the island where Korek's ships set anchor. If we can manage to find one of these trains, we could use them to get right to his camp. And, as it happens, we have information about a Pyrean temple in the Crystal Forest. One that is still intact enough for us to find a way into one of these trains.
The Living Temple.
That's how you call it, yes. But enough of the chit-chat. First of all, we need to find the gem that is used to open the gate of the temple. And I have a guess where we could find it.
I knew there was a catch
village
to it.
called Fogville, not far from the Whisper.
I've been there. Alright, where do we go? I'm keen to start.
As soon as possible. Joseph the mercenary has already traveled to Fogville, and you should do the same. I will meet you there.
So we are talking about accomplished facts, or what?
It is the only way. I'm sorry, Natara. Prophet, I'm counting on you. Find out why Korek is here.
Alright guys, I'll be off. See you later, Grandmaster A. I should call him GMA. Write that scroll out 100 times, Arcanist. Alright. Off to Fogville.
An outlander. What are you doing in this part of the city? Shouldn't you be, I don't know, somewhere else?
Bye. Yes, I'm going. Oh. Fogville. I'm nearly broke. Oh, I got money in the
Nasty
bank.
blistering blazes! What the heck took you so long? We've been waiting for ages.
Yeah.
You only just...
What matters now is that we find the gem that opens the temple doors. You two take care of that. I'll go ahead to the temple and inspect the gate. Any questions? No? Then beat it.
It helps to know what something looks like if you're supposed to find it. At least that's what I've been told.
I already told you that. A small, red gem. If it's around here somewhere, and I'm quite certain it is, you should maybe search for it at the village treasury. Now get going. I'll see you at the temple.
Alright.
And lo and behold, from one crazy mission into the other. The living temple. Whew. I never thought I'd get to see it up close. I suggest you take a look at the town hall. I'll browse the rest of the village. Just call me if you find something.
Alright, hang on. Town hall. He's attacking something. Made Firebolt rank 2. What number is it?
Can't you just drop dead? You know how it's done dead anyway.
I think I'm going to need something a bit more powerful than this shitty spell. Alright, where's the town hall? I've done this one. This spell increases my health. That does my 8 flesh. And that's my flame cloak. Uh-oh. I should have eaten something. Fortify. Fortify health. Manage regeneration. And restore mana. Ooh, that was a bit close. Whew. I think I went a bit overboard with that fire rune. I'll take all the weapons I can get at the present moment because I'm nearly dead broke. Oh, I got money in the bank. I got 300 odd. I've nearly made 100 interest on my investment. I get 3. Oh shit! I get 3 coins per day for having my money in there, and I get 6 coins a day for having those beer investments. The shares for my brewery. Oh, I just bought that. I got some new spells. Oh. I accidentally teleported myself to the skill tree. There must be something around here, a secret entrance or whatever. Oh, there's no cheap crap. Why can't I have none of this money? Oh, I could have it. Like that, I can sell it. Who's that? Hey, just
Huh?
What do you know about this place?
About Fogville? Yeah, quite a lot actually. The story's always fascinated me. You haven't heard of it, I take it. What do you want to know?
Looks like there's been, almost looks like there's been a war here with all these siege weapons and ships. Well, what happened to it all?
Yeah, and that's about what happened. How can I say this without going beyond the scope? The short version, the villagers lost their minds. It all started when they officially renounced Malthus and the righteous path. Then, more and more travelers started disappearing, and surprisingly, a lot of their corpses were found close to the village, dumped in the forest like slaughtered cattle. That was when the Order couldn't ignore this issue any longer and sent a division of guards to end the madness, whatever that's supposed to look like. But when these guards arrived, they were greeted by frenzied villagers, who were armed to the teeth and jumped on the guards like rabid dogs. Most of them were killed, but one made it back to the temple. Well, and that's almost the end of the story. When the guards returned, they were almost the size of an army, but still the villagers charged right at them. You can imagine the result.
Is there any explanation for all this?
Well, the most common one is the proximity to the Whisperwood. We all know what these spores do to the human mind. So maybe unfavorable winds over several moons? Who knows? At least that's the official explanation. Some conspiracy theorists see a connection to the Butcher of Ark.
You would mean the serial killer J.L. Tennyson is the Butcher of Ark?
Exactly. Strange guy, to say the least. You know, shortly before he killed himself, he left an autobiography. And even though the Order officially forbids owning it, there are collectors who established an entire cult around that Tennyson character. There's a lot of speculation going on about this entire myth, and some of it's quite bizarre and morbid, if you ask me. Anyway.
Any reason why these people from Fogville killed the travelers?
Yes, it was. It turned out they sacrificed them. Later, when the Order searched Fogville for what could have caused all this, they found a hidden hexagonal room in the temple, which looked like the Fogvillers built it themselves. It was strange. There were exactly 6 paintings, one on each wall, and they all depicted unholy scenes, whatever that may mean. Anyway, it seemed that the travelers were sacrificed there. Heck knows why.
Wouldn't a division of guards intimidate a bunch of farmers?
As I said, they were mad, and this is also how they fought, regardless of the consequences. Plus, this place isn't exactly easily charged. Just look at all the walls. It's almost a fortress.
Oh well, I'll go and try and find this Sigal thing. One spell lifts my health by 50, and this is my oak flesh. Oh, a few amulets and stuff here. Oh, here's a kinky rack. Ah, fisherman. I've been down here before. Beef boots. Emerald, coin, garnet root, signal stone of the living temple. Oh, check it out. Malthus be praised. What a stone. All right. Oh, after looking at the stone, I forgot to take it, so I've had to go back to the friggin' house, town hall, and pick it up. What a dick. I didn't have to tell you that, but I thought I would. Just
That was quick. Any luck?
It's hidden in a safe underground in the town hall.
Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Well, then I guess that means off to the temple. You ready?
All right, let's go.
Wonderful. And here. I found this in one of the houses. I thought it might be useful. Go ahead then. I'll follow your lead.
All right. Can't go straight.
Huh?
Hey, where is he? Mr. Bear?
What? Haven't had enough yet? As you wish.
What is this?
Now, come on. Don't make it so easy.
You dead, Jasper?
Way too easy.
Got a face full of flame. I gave him the old other bows that I'd collected, the old ones. Oh, what did I take that saw for? Oh, that was one. There's the other one. Oh well. Oh, wisps.
so easy.
Oh. I'm glad you don't mind the singeing. Oh, look at a ruined mace. No. Oh look, it's pretty nice here. Oh! I was just about to ran out of magicka there, just for oh, he snuck up on me. I was looking at something else. Oh, my mouse fell apart. Oh, we gotta go through this crap again. I should, fry, mage. Take your fine leather boots, gauntlets, yes, and your silver sword. I'll dump some stuff on you. I dumped all those rune swords on her. Yeah, bought one of them. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, I got that. Get tired there, Jasper. Alright, hundreds. I've got lots of rune arrows. Garag boots, take a pretzel. What a stupid place to live, just sit there and freeze. It's making peace weed, man. Alright, Jasper. We gotta go. What's this? Ah. I'll go extinct. These birds. See now. Wow, check this place out, Jasper. Look at it.
And that's it. The Crystal Forest. Beautiful, isn't it?
Wow.
Should just be a few miles up the hill.
What a place. Why would Commander Aaron call this a living temple? Why is the temple here called...
Oh, it's an old legend. Apparently this temple has some kind of consciousness, so to speak. That's also the reason for the weird vegetation around here.
Okay, I'll go health. Alright, I see. Let's let's get going, yep. I'll just save that because it's dropped out here before. Okay.
Huh. I wish I knew how to do that.
We gotta go about this way, don't we? Mr. Bear. No.
As you wish.
Why did I get stuck? Oh, there's crap lying around here. I better save this. Didn't fight too well there. Kept on pressing the wrong buttons. Pretty amazing place, Jasper.
Hey, not bad.
Couple of apples. Good one, Jasper. Why am I stuck here? You're tripping me up. I can't move while you're standing there. You had your leg in front of me, you fool. Save. Must be about it. No, No, follow the road still.
Huh?
Take that. Mouse fell apart again.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, Jasper. This must be it. Oh shit.
Well, that was quicker than expected. Did you find the gem?
Yes, Grant. Yep.
Show me.
Here.
Well, I'll be damned, that's the one. Then I suppose it's time for me to tell you some things about the temple. Maybe you've already heard the Enderalian legend about this place. It's said that this temple is alive, and that the entire forest is some kind of sensory organ of it. Heareth his whispers, sung from the trees, dreadeth his gaze, blah blah blah, you get the idea. Though most folk legends are superstitious nonsense, this one has a true core. The temple does indeed have a consciousness of some sort. That has, however, less to do with some suicidal lover's tragic fates, but with a Pyrean defense mechanism. The Stone Heart.
How does this stone heart make the temple come alive?
It works because the Pyreans found a way to conjoin something immaterial with a human soul. That doesn't need to be a building like it is here. It can also be a sword or an amulet. The bound ones, as those whose consciousness was transferred were called, suffered atrocious pain during the ritual, but when it worked, they practically achieved immortality.
Well, that's consoling.
It's a terrible fate, yes, but we all know that with the right religious blathering, humans can be convinced to do just about anything. However, don't get the wrong idea. These bindings were unusual. Not every Pyrean had a relative living in his frying pan, so to speak. Only a very few arcanists, mainly those of the Ishian caste, were able to perform them. In other words, bound places or objects were extremely rare. This temple is one of them.
So you mean that there's a Pyrean consciousness resting in that temple?
I doubt that it's resting, witnessing the downfall of one's own civilization, and since then being forced to hang around in an extinct world hardly has a positive effect on one's sanity. But we'll see. Go ahead, put the gem in the socket over there.
Alright, well, this episode's gone on long enough. I think I'll call it quits. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It's been edited because we had to wait around for this guy to turn up. I was running around trying to friggin' find stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'd love to catch us later. Says, got that wrong. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'd love to catch us all back next time. See you later.